And welcome back. Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos has unveiled a youthful 25-man squad for the African Cup of Nations, trimmed from an initial pool of 55 players. The continental tournament kicks off in Morocco later this month. Broos, who is currently in Belgium before leaving for the United States to attend the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw on Friday, says the selected squad will begin full preparations for AFCON next week.
You have to go back from 54 to 25. That means that you have to drop 30 players, and I'm sure of it that in those players I had to drop, that there will be players who maybe deserve to be with us in AFCON next month or in a few weeks. But I have to take those decisions, and it was not easy. For some positions it was easy, but for other positions, Helman and me had a few minutes to think about, to discuss, and I hope that we made the right decisions.
Well, let's unpack this now and, of course, get some analysis on this 25-man squad for the upcoming AFCON with SABC senior reporter Velile Mnyandu. Velile, good afternoon, evening. Thank you, good evening. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. At least half of the squad would have been part of this. At least half of the squad would have been part of the squad that made the semi-final of the last AFCON. Of course, that was a momentous moment. It showed the momentum on the team. But more importantly, I think it also is a team that will bring about the sort of change that is required for preparation for the World Cup, which is, of course, taking place in America next year. Importantly here, I think we have to ask the question, has Hugo Broos found the right balance?
Yes, I think certainly. I mean, if you look at the bulk of the squad that has been selected, it's mostly players who have not been with Coach Hugo just for the last year or two, but even longer. Because you've got, and the goalkeepers, two goalkeepers, Ronwen Williams and also Ricardo Goss, who were at the last AFCON, is only Sepochene who was not there. Obviously replacing Velile Mnyandu now. Maybe in the defense, that's where the biggest changes have been, because when you look at there at the back, out of the 9 defenders, 6 are new defenders. I mean, if you look at Khuliso Mudau, you look at Ngosinathi SABC, Obrimo Diba, and also yes, those are the players. Then the rest are players who are new at the back. And obviously, with the midfielders, Mbata was not there at the last AFCON. The combination of Tebogo Mokoena and also Pepelos Tole was playing. They were playing together throughout at that tournament. So there have been a couple of changes that have been made. But if you were to ask me, as someone who was in Ivory Coast last year for the AFCON 2023 edition, where we returned with a bronze medal, I feel that this team is more potent going forward in terms of the attack, stronger for sure, without a doubt, in terms of the firepower and everything. And also, I think that the biggest surprise of the day was the inclusion of the 2 under-20 national team players, including the AFCON under-20 player of the tournament, Tylon Smith, who's now playing for Queen's Park Rangers in the UK, and also the only player in the squad who is playing in the UEFA Champions League for Club Brugge in Belgium, that is the Chandra Campbell.
Let's talk about our international players, because that for me is an interesting mix. Campbell being one of them, Tylon Smith being another, Lyle Foster also playing in England. In fact, we have Kabini, who's playing in Norway, which is also in the European League. You have Gezana playing in Norway. A number of international players have made it into the squad. Are you confident about their ability to gel into the pace, the style, and bring in some of the insights and the pace of play, the style of play of the European teams that we would potentially be facing in the knockout stages of the World Cup, that is?
I think if you go to the second round performance against Morocco at the AFCON last year, I mean, with a squad made up of 95% of locally based players, we beat a Moroccan team with players from the EPL, from the Bundesliga, from the La Liga, from French Ligue 1. So we also cannot underestimate the dominance of the locally based players in our squad. And perhaps that's the dynamism that is brought by this squad that we've got. The only blemish for me is not having an Orlando Pirates team in the CAF Champions League group stages, because some players in this Pirates team, especially those who are new in the setup, I would have loved to see them gaining the experience playing in the CAF Champions League group stages, the likes of Polis, the likes of Moremi, even with Mbule as well. But still, I think we are going to show what we can offer.
Yeah.
But I think going back to what you are saying, Oliver, is also someone like Mbogazi, for instance. He has a boy coming all the way from Hluhluwe. Less than 18 months ago, he was just playing football at the villages, at the village level, in the ABC Motsepe, an amateur division. And then he comes to DDC of Pirates, he plays there, and was also in under-20 international, but he couldn't go to the under-20 World Cup because already Coach Hugo had identified him as a player who belongs to the elite level of football.
Yeah.
And already we know now that he's on the verge of a 51 million rand move to the US. But maybe if Orlando Pirates can hold on a bit in that deal, he goes to the AFCON, there could even be bigger offers coming for him. So going to your move, we are edging closer to a starting lineup that is dominated by players who will be playing overseas, and this is the younger generation of players as well.
And of course, Mbogazi really is having the season of his lifetime, being a key weapon there for Orlando Pirates in the Betway Premiership League. And of course, we hope he'll do good. Of course, it's good to see Captain Yama 2000, Relay Mufokeng, in the squad as well. Velile, thank you so much. I can't hide it. I can't hide it. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Velile Mnyandu, SABC Senior Sports Reporter.